Hello everyone. So guess what I am doing? Actually, I just finished English class. I'm starting to return to live class again, like about a week ago, and I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm wiping down my table over here. Gotta clean it up with yep, other than 70% concentration alcohol. So that's what we gotta do here. Not only uh, in our offices, in your cars, your fleet cars. You got to clean them down. But hey, check this out over here. I want to show you. Um, this is something that I made when I think I was about 7 years old. So I was conscious about keeping the universe clean many years ago. And as you can see, that's Star Wars. So I grew up during the time of the original Star Wars. So that's something that I did. I don't know, when was this? Oh no, it doesn't say on the back. No problem. Okay. So anyway, yeah, it does seem like this COVID-19 virus is sticking around for a while. So of course, we need to keep our offices sanitized, your car fleet sanitized. Maybe when you're riding in the car, keep the windows open if you have more than one person out there, so the air circulates and stuff like that. So today I'm going to speak in English because we're going to talk about phrasal verbs, because phrasal verbs is a little bit more intermediate or maybe advanced. But I'm first going to give you an evaluation test. It's an evaluation test that takes less than 5 minutes. So let's see what level you are. Check this out. Okay, so as you can see here, it says scrambled text. Scrambled means all the letters are in the wrong order, so it's difficult to read. However, try to read this, okay? If you can read it, your level is intermediate or up or higher. If you can't read it, you are basic. Okay, so pause this video and try to read it. Did you pause the video? Okay, I'll give you another chance. If you didn't pause the video, pause it now, and I'll talk to you in a couple minutes. Okay, so were you able to read it? I guess some of you could, some of you couldn't. Maybe some of you could read like 80% of it, maybe half of it, but maybe some of you could read almost all of it. So basically, that's my evaluation test. No, I have another evaluation test, but if you want, read this to me and send it to my cell phone number, my WhatsApp. I'll leave it at the bottom of this text over here, and I'll read you what it actually is, what it says. And actually, this is not my real evaluation test. I just thought it would be something interesting for you to try out. I have a regular evaluation test with 60 questions and a little bit of writing to see what your level is, and I could send you that as well. Just anyway, you'll see my number at the bottom over here. And coming up next is a roll-in of me, like usual, a few years ago, and we're going to talk about phrasal verbs. So what is a phrasal verb? It's a verb with more than one word, usually two, sometimes three, consisting of a verb and a preposition. You could probably survive most sentences without saying a phrasal verb, but yeah, if you watch movies or a series in the United States, you will hear a lot of phrasal verbs, and they're kind of useful. Huh? So here's the video. Check it out. Hello, students! Hoje vai falar em inglês, tá? Às vezes falo em português, mas é intermediário, então vou falar em inglês. So today we're going to talk in English. I'm going to speak in English because the class is intermediate or advanced.
intermediate or advanced. I'm going to talk about phrasal verbs. First, before we talk about phrasal verbs, we need to know what an object is. What is an object? For example, I drive a car. Okay, I is the subject, drive is the verb, the car is the object. So the object is the car. That's the object. Why? Because phrasal verbs comes in three families. And we need to know if it needs an object, and we need to know, is this phrasal verb separable? What is a phrasal verb? It's two words, a verb and a preposition. Okay? Yeah, use a verb and a preposition. So let's talk about the first family. So the first family, you need an object, and it is separable. For example, you have to do over this paint job. Someone painted your house, you did a terrible job, you need to do it over. So do over this paint job is the phrasal verb. What does do over mean? Do over means do it again. Do it again. So you have to do over this paint job. This phrasal verb is separable. The object is the paint job. So what it means when you're separable, do over, you can separate do over and put the paint job in between. So you say, you have to do this paint job over. You have to do this paint job over. Also, we need to think of a pronoun. What is the pronoun for this paint job? Is it he, she, or it? There is no masculine or feminine with the paint job. For us, there isn't. Maybe in Portuguese, yeah, but it's it. It's it. There is no sex. It's it. So you have to do it over. So the pronoun for paint job is it. You have to do it over. You have to do it over. You did a terrible job. You need to do it over. Okay. But the pronoun for this family, this first family, cannot go at the end. You have to do over it. It's wrong. It's wrong. You have to do it over. Okay. So we have three ways to say this. You have or you need. You have to do the paint job over. Let's start with the first one. You have to do over the paint job. You have to do the paint job over, or you have to do it over. Those three. Family number two. The phrasal verb for family number two. Well, let me give you another example just to blow up, explode, blow up. The terrace. Remember, you can conjugate the verb. The past of blow is blew. The terrace blew up the building. The terrace blew the building up. The terrace blew it up. Okay, let's go on to family number two. So family number two is you need an object, but it's not separable. How do you know? You need to memorize. I have a list of like 200 phrasal verbs, and you need to memorize them. So one that is not separable is look after. Look after means to take care of. So to take care of, that's another phrasal verb. You need to tomar cuidado, tem que tomar cuidado dessa coisa assim. Tem que tomar cuidado de uma coisa. You need to, yeah, I don't know how to explain it without the phrasal verb, but I guess you need to watch something and make sure nothing goes wrong with this thing. Okay, so this is look after. So who will look after my dog? Okay, imagine I'm going on vacation and I need someone to watch my dog. Who will look after my dog? You cannot separate it, so it's like, who will look my dog after? You can't say that. It's just who will look after my dog, or who will look after it. It is the pronoun for the dog. You remember in the first family, you can put the pronoun in between, and you cannot put it at the end. In this second family, it can't separate, so you need to put the pronoun at the end. So you can put the pronoun at the end. Who will look after it? Actually, a dog, I would give it a sex of I would give it a he, him, or her. Because if it's my dog as part of the family, I would say, who will look after him? If it's a female dog, who will look after her? Anyway, another example of one that's not separable will be run across. I will conjugate this to the past. Run is ran. I ran across my friend at the mall. Ran across means something like, you met your friend, you saw your friend, you met your friend at the mall, but it wasn't planned. You just, oh, it's my friend, it's here at the mall. So I ran across my friend. I ran across him. It's the pronoun will be at the end. I ran across her, could be. The second family also includes three-word phrasal verbs. The three-word phrasal verbs you cannot separate as well. For example, drop in on. Drop in on is when you visit someone without for a short period of time, and it's usually without a plan. You're gonna visit. Portuguese não visitinho, sei lá. Let's drop in on grandma. Maybe your grandmother is sick and you want to like take a look really quick, maybe visit her for like 15 minutes. Let's drop in on grandma. Let's drop in on her. Okay, pronouns at the end. You can't separate it. The third family is this when you don't have an object. And because you don't have an object, you can't separate it. So for example, broke down. My car broke down. My car broke down. There's nothing after the word broke down. There is no object. It's just my car broke down. It's considered a verb, but there's no object after it. What else? I guess catch on. Catch on. Catch on is a phrasal verb where you don't need an object and it's not separable. Superhero movies are catching on. Superhero movies are catching on. It's like it's becoming popular. And there's nothing after the word catching on. You notice I conjugated to the present continuous. Superhero movies are catching on. Are catching on. You can say it in the future. Superhero movies will catch on. Or in the past, superhero movies caught on. Yes, I guess that's it. So that's the third. Those are three families. And hopefully that helps. If you want to practice, leave some notes below. And you can type in here below or leave some comments on the video here, and we'll catch you next time, okay? Take care. Thanks a lot. Aloha. Hey, what's up? So if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and you won't miss a tip. See you later. Abraço. Aloha.